Welcome gamers, we're back with Elemental Reforged, and my name is DasTactic. Welcome to the channel. Before I do start, I always forget to do this, so I do want to thank Stardock for sponsoring this stream, so thank you, Stardock. I love this game actually. I'm going to be playing this game an awful lot, but I think we need to restart, and a few reasons. I'm going to go through them actually in some sort of detail. Well, the first reason was I just am not picking up the group in here that should be coming up as the defenders, and it means that I then am stuck back with this city defending it the whole game, which is going to be a pain in the bum. So I'm decided not to, that's going to just mean I've got to invest resources into it. It's generating only 1.8 Gildar, which is not going to be able to sustain. It's not going to be able to sustain the army that I need to keep inside to keep it safe. So that's one big reason. I don't know if that's a bug or working as designed. I don't know if really the game wants you then to not really get great use out of captured cities. I can see an argument for both, for it working both ways. So anyway, I'm just going to leave that one alone. You'll see the title of this is called NECROMANCY. That's probably the biggest reason that I want to restart, is that there's necromancy in the game, and I didn't realize this yesterday. And so we can actually play with necromancy, but not playing as one of the good factions. So Gildan does not have access to it. And we have to play as a mage character. So any of the mage characters can actually get hold of it. It doesn't matter which faction they're from, as long as they're an Empire faction. So we do actually have that. It's actually a tree that comes off the mage area that then adds necromancy spells. Not very many, but just enough to essentially create undead. So I thought that'd be fun to play with that. The other reason is that there's a way I didn't show you yesterday to evaluate. What we've been doing is I've been going into Drog and then having a look at how unfriendly they were to sort of see what was going on. It doesn't tell you there. It would be cool if there was a drop-down that showed you why they don't like you, but there is a way to see that. And so the way to see that is to go to your Empire, the Kingdom report, and then go to your foreign relations, which does not take you through to the other screen just yet. It's a summary of what you know about the other person. And so this one then does go through. If I now click on Drog, that should show us in here actually as to what they think of us. Maybe I have to play out a turn or something. There's nothing else down that way. It should come up in here. It'll be in here actually, where the I think if I end a turn, actually I might just do that. Let's just go and end a turn, because I think we will be restarting. I just wanted to show you aspects before we do sort of move on. So I will just end the turn and just see if this one now works, because I don't like it. Kingdom report. There we go. So just needed to refresh. So we can see different things as to why they don't like us, which is really cool. This is the way that the diplomacy sort of does work in the game. So I love war, you don't. It's a -3 every turn that then goes through. We're impressed by us because we are, we've got 2 cities or whatever it might be. You attacked an empire. We attacked them some time ago, so it's another -3. We're still settling, so they're sort of less likely to go to war with that one through there. We just love you. I don't know why. That's why they like us. Anyway, that counteracts one of the others. Our borders are too close, so that's a -1. We have different allegiances, so Empire versus Kingdom, and I have other concerns. So he's got other things that they're now looking at as well, which is part of their expansion. So this is why they don't why it's going negative, and so we can do different things to affect that, like in the game. But it's a nice little system actually, because I like that it's exposed there, so you can actually find it. Hi, Swifty Horn. So this Age of Wonders like it sort of is. To one degree, you're going to find it's more like Master of Magic than Age of Wonders. It doesn't focus anywhere near as heavily as on the tactical combat as Age of Wonders does, and it's based on an older game, so it actually is. It's probably more comparable to Age of Wonders 2/3, somewhere in there, more than Age of Wonders 4. So this is still using, it's been refreshed essentially. It's elemental refreshed with a combination of essentially four different games have been combined into one to then sort of create like a super elemental, which is very, very cool. So it is quite different. It's more it's the pacing is much faster than in Age of Wonders. Like for example, in turn 81 in Age of Wonders, I'd be nearly have finished, but I would have also spent maybe 5 or 6 sessions of live streaming to get to that particular level. So I'd only have like a little bit longer. Whereas we did 81 in not even really in a full session, because I spent a lot of time talking about other things at the start. So you do rattle through the turns a lot faster in this game. So it does feel different. Anyway, that's why this is why how the relations work, which is nice to sort of know where that is. So that is not in the normal diplomacy. You don't get it by clicking on there. You get it by going to the Kingdom report. I didn't show you this, guys, like yesterday. There's a few things we didn't go through yesterday. So I think I'll just, and the last thing actually, when I go back into Kingdom report, which I saw just before I started streaming, and thought, oh God, that's going to be really, really tough. If I go back into foreign relations again. If I now hover over him here, I then get to see what he actually is. He is epic. This is his army. So we're strong. We can't compete with this at all. Like, this is well beyond us. And so he's just the power that he has. It's just going to be basically a descend into. We're going to descend into carnage. And I don't know how he got so strong. But he is incredibly strong. So if we look at that, 163, 123, and then 466 in terms of his, this is just the army that he's with. So if we just go and click on Done and have a look at our army is 71, 68, and 287. So we're considered strong. But we're only half the strength of him in terms of hit points, and we're a fraction in terms of the actual defense and firepower. So we cannot compete with that. So we did actually have our cheats turned on. Remember, yesterday I should just do these as standalone. I'm just going to go and grab this. I'm going to quickly open up my Steam library, just to sort of again just show the aspects. And if I go back into the library, click on Elemental, so we see it through here. Go into Properties. When you go to Properties under the General tab, you've got Launch Options. If you write the word cheat in, you can then actually look up different cheats for the game. And so there's a whole lot of different cheats for the old original Elemental, which still actually work. And one of them is Control U, which actually then takes us back into the actual. It removes the fog of war. So because I'm going to retire anyway, I'm going to go Control U. And we'll just see what's what. Who's who in the zoo. So here's one city that he had was over here. That's him there. So that's his army. And we can see there it's really well decked out. So it's got him there on his own. Plus he's got 2 of these, like a militia and a Grey March party going in with him, which are about comparable to what we have. But then he's got these other guys. So he's got all these different heroes. He's got heaps of them. So these are, this is too much for us. So that's actually too much. Then he's got another group over here, which even that group is comparable to just us. How did he get so many? Back over here, he's just got a scout party. And that's different groups. And through here, another scout party back over there. Yeah, that's still Drog. I don't know, something's wrong there. So I think we'll make sure that we don't play with Drog in the game. Well, we're going to be playing as evil anyway. We have a few other different groups. These are Capitar, so there's a scout party from Capitar. We can see the other groups in through there. There's actually a leader. So that's so Serene is Capitar, and so she also is about where we are. So that's comparable, but I can't compete. Like if I go to war with Verga, I am dead. We can see there's still a few little areas where settlement can take place, but for where we started, there's just nothing really. There's There's nothing in here. There's so the map really was very unfriendly to us when we look at this one now. So there is actually, I don't know why they didn't settle into here. Like there should be, he should have settled by now. Oh, hang on, mate, it may be too close. Maybe too close, and this one may be too close to this one as well. It's a very compressed map, which I quite like. It sort of makes it so that it's a bit of a cage match. So there's another city back and through that other side. Where's their group? Kulan again it's considered deadly. What? Why is he deadly when he's only got himself in there? I don't get why that would be so. He doesn't look deadly to me, but anyway, it's considered deadly in the game. That doesn't make sense. Who else have we got? We've got Warlord Verga. So this one is the Ythril. And again, we're looking at comparable numbers to us. So I don't know why why Drog has actually been able to, like with Verga Reborn. That seems really, really crazy. I mean, we were sort of lucky to take the city from them. Anyway, so I don't think we have a real hope in hell here. So I think we're going to restart. So let's go back in and retire and just sort of see the progression here a little bit. Let's go next, and then we do get these nice little graphs, so at least we can sort of have a bit of a look. So population, you can sort of see that we are, we're the one at the top there. Actually, we invested in growth, and so our population was fairly high right from the start. I think everyone else would have got pioneers, maybe, at the start. We attacked pretty early on to bring Verga Reborn back down again. Income-wise, we're sort of just thumping along in the middle there. Again, Verga's is problematic there. Our mana we didn't spend it, whereas the others you can see are actually spending their mana. Research-wise, we're doing very, very poorly. Everyone else is doing much, much better than us. So we're coming last in research. And in terms of might, technically we're up the top, but Verga it doesn't make sense. Like Verga is considered to be at the bottom there. This must actually take into account the cities that you have. And I think that must be it. It's the only thing I can think of, because otherwise it just doesn't make sense. So in that case, I don't think that this is accurate at all. In the terms of just, if we go up and fight him, we just don't have a hope in hell of actually defeating him. I don't know how he got so many characters to join him as well. Like, it just seems everyone else is about on the same level. So I think we'll avoid Verga Reborn in the coming games. So we'll just go in and let's click on next again. And so because I didn't sort of start the epic ranking, I really am not anywhere. So I've got 0 points. We'll finish. I don't think I've ever finished a game of Elemental ever. Anyway, super cool ant saying version 1.0. It is indeed, yes. So we've got version 1.0 down the bottom there. What else have we got? Tailslav Fox saying you could have taken him. I don't think so. Not when I saw that he was epic. Before I started, I thought, I'll have a quick look and just sort of see, because I saw that there is a necromancy aspect to the game, which I didn't know about. And so I do want to actually explore that. So I had a quick play with that as well, like just to sort of see how you get it and how you can then sort of make use of it. So I thought, for a fun little start, let's just go back into a new game. Let's build ourselves a Trog. I love the Trogs. These are the orcs. So I'm going to create a new character. So we could just play as a Warlord Verga in through there. So Verga Reborn is essentially this one here, back in the Legendary Heroes storyline, I think, is where Verga Reborn came from. But there's a whole lot of other characters that are underneath the hood. I'll show you that as well, but we'll do a bit more of a deeper dive into that as we go into it. But let's go and create a new character. Now, yesterday I showed you that you're better off choosing the actual what you actually have in through here now, rather than actually start again. For example, if we do go to the Trogs and go and like, this is the Empire of Ythril through here, so I can play as a Ythrilite and just be attached to them. If I go and open this one up, I've always behind in points, which means I can never save it. So that's sort of an aspect to it. All we need to do to actually access the necromancy is make sure that we're an empire that we're playing as. So even if I change it from kingdom to empire or something like that, it's still going to not let me save because of the points, unless I give up something. But I don't want to be doing that. I want to keep things going. Also, by the way, there's some one of the things with this, all of the factions have got their own elemental mastery. And what this one does, and I didn't really highlight this one much, but there's an elixir of essence. It's vitally important when you play the game that you've got access to elixir of essence as you play. It doesn't matter which one you go to. Paradin Law, elixir of essence. Altarian Law, elixir of essence. It's almost I don't know why it's been split out away from the actual, the trogs themselves or anything like this. But this is the only way to get more essence, which is what you need to build cities. And also, so if you're playing on a large game, you will need that to build your cities up, and you will also need the what was I going to say? So you'll need that, and you'll also need that for developing your dynasty. So you will need access to that one. So just be aware of that. So if you do create your own faction, don't turn that one off and then think you're going to have a good game. That gets us to 0 points, which allows me to save, but I then lose the elixir of essence, and it means that I'm stuck in the early part of the game in terms of growth. Whereas with that one, it does allow you then to keep on getting essence as you need it, which there's a few things that sort of tie in with that one. I'm just going to cancel that, of course, but we will play as a trog, so we'll actually go to the actual trogs in through here. I'll play as a queen of the trogs in this time, and if I just go back and forwards a little bit, I'll end up with sort of like a look for somebody that's going to be like the orc queen, and so I'm going to make her into a mage essentially, but not right from the start. So with the so that's going to be the overview. We've got 6 points here. I don't really need to have her mounted at this, with an actual mount. So in the appearance for equipment, I don't have to choose a horse. So I can sort of, and I don't really need anything special in through here. The war staff costs nothing. I'll start her off with just with the staff of souls. These all cost 1 point. So I don't really want those either at this stage. So I'm going to just go back to one of these zeros. The war staff is 8 attack. I'll go with the 8 attack here with the rusty short sword, just because it does have a counter attack. So I'll just sort of leave that one there. Some voyagers saying, I believe that you can also substitute life magic for the elixir of essence. So there is a spell that allows you to turn mana into essence if you want to use that. Yes, actually there are a few ways through. You're right, you are right. So maybe you don't need to make sure that you've only got the elixir. So I think that's, yeah, if you're playing as the kingdoms, and you do have access to life magic, yes, I think there is something on that tree there. The actual, the trees, the mage trees have certainly sort of been expanded a little bit. I forget where I saw that. I think you're right. Stormforger. JD is saying, I'm trying to decide if I want to play it and keep seeing people get steamrolled by wandering monsters or crazy death armies. Again, we're playing with the cheats turned on, and we used it yesterday when we had a death army that was coming too close to us, like it had spawned too close. I'm just going to keep on doing that. I'm just going to use the Control K to kill them off before they really get involved, until that's balanced out. I'm also going to not play on a challenging world this time. Anyway, let's go back to the overview. So she's a trog. She gets stuff from the trog's attributes. I will choose a couple of these. We don't have to choose death to actually be able to access the necromancy, but it's sort of, so it just comes natively in the other group, but we might as well go and do this one anyway. So we'll just go and grab that one, and I might get fire as well. That sort of works with us. We've only got 2 points left. Actually, if I go back again, if I go back and get rid of death, let's just make her a fire mage, because we can still access necromancy this way. So we'll just start off that way. We've still got 4 points. Now, adventurer, Beast Lord, General. +2 level for summons, unlocks the summon Shadow Walk spell. I think that would be, and we've got Warlock as well. Spells do 25% more damage. Let's go into Summoner, because I'm assuming Necromancy is going to be a summoning spell. I think, I don't know. So we just go back to talents. So we've still got 4 points to spend, so we can actually make use of these. Now, interestingly, the Wraith Queen who starts off, is it Ceresa? She actually has, she comes in with Scar to give it 1 extra point. So this unit heals at 1 point per season, regardless of level. I'm not sure how that one works. I don't really want to be, having a lot of needing to pick up a lot of health all the time, but we can get the healing ability just to heal ourselves up if that was a problem. So we could actually use that as well. Anyway, we've got Attunement, Cautious. I'll grab that one. We've still got 3 points. Hardy, +1 hit point per level, and immune to poison. Sovereign Bond, grants ability to summon a familiar that can cast all the spells you can. Great, let's do that. So we're just going to set up as a mage, but in charge of the orcs, or trogs. So start with additional Gilda, Misandry. So that's, so 20%, 20 to critical hit chance versus male opponents. A lot of them are males. Brilliant. What do we get with Brilliant? Let's go that way as well. That sort of works thematically for us. Tactician, I'll go that way. All right, so we've just spent all of our points in basic talents, which will actually help us a lot in what we're doing. So we'll go and save her. She is fine where she is now. So we now actually have this new character. And is there a flaming sort of area? Not really. Oh, that'll do. That'll do us. All right, so we'll save that as well. Oh, hang on. Cancel, cancel, cancel. What do we... I don't need the name Theodoric. Cyrene will sounds good, so we'll go with that name. So we've got all of those. Dynasty. Yep, we'll just... Dynasty name is Nightblade. I'm happy with that as well. This is actually okay, so that's going to be fine. That's going to be her Dynasty. So we'll save. And we'll save this one as well. That's... that works out nicely, I think. So she is now in our game. So she is now, and we can go back and choose her again to play if we wanted to. So we're just going to go with a random map, small world size, balanced map type. We can sort of go in with like a ravaged random. What do we have? We got, this is newish, I think. Hang on, what have we got with ravaged? Ravaged world filled with chasms and other rugged terrain. Mountainous, a lush world of fertile forests broken apart by mountainous terrain. Deserts, this is cool, isn't it? Actually, swamps. Temperate or random. Let's just go random. We don't know, so we don't know what we're going to get. Wildland frequency, or just this is a balanced number of wildlands, but will be placed balanced in the size of the map. Production pace default. Quest frequency balanced. World difficulty, I've ramped this one back down to from challenging to normal, just so we sort of, so hopefully the monsters won't be too difficult. Monster frequency will be moderate. So, so this is the, now I don't know if that means how often they come back in, like how often they spawn. They do spawn a lot, but you do get benefit from that as well. Pacing will be normal, magic strength will be moderate. The resource frequency will be moderate as well. And, geez, we could ramp that up. No, I'll just keep it on moderate. And the random event frequency will be never. So I just turn those off. I don't like them. So we'll now go back into the next bit. So we're going to be playing, I'm going to keep it on challenging for the AI. They don't get any bonuses, they just use good algorithms. I don't know how Virgo Reborn got all that stuff. I just don't know. For opponents, there will be more kingdom in this case, just so that we actually have more enemies than friends. And but there should be one friend on the map. We can customize our opponents. So there's Virgo Reborn there. I'm going to remove him. And so this is the group we have then to choose from. There's quite a few of them. So this is actually to try to get our friend in. We can just go with Warlord. No, that's going to be... I don't want them to be the same. Who should we bring in? Kulan is a empire. So we'll add him in. That means we've got Magesta and Queen Proserpine. These are two similar, so we'll remove Magesta. We'll just keep the standard old ones. So we've got Proserpine, Lord Markin, Kulan, and Lord Rallius is sort of like the default. So we'll throw him in as well. So that will be 3 kingdoms and Kulan, the other empire. That will do us. And so different teams you can see in through there. So we can actually play a teams game as well if we really wanted to. I think if we played a bigger map, that could be fun. I'd like to do that one. So it could actually end up with somebody else on our side, like maybe Vega Reborn. Oh, Vega Reborn. Just to have someone super powerful, but no, we won't do that. Anyway, there we go. So these sort of got their own abilities as they do come in. So we'll just go and click on Done. So that's now the opponent's now set, and we'll just go and play. And start again. Now the way we're playing is the world is slightly too small for what we're actually doing, so it should mean that we end up in a bit of a cage match. Now we do actually have one that I do like. I do like this one here, this with the radiant slots, and so this is an important one for us. So we will move down to that one. There's no other... the first thing I look at is I want at least 2 radiants. If I don't like what I'm seeing, I then just can do a Control N and just regenerate the map with exactly the same settings, which is really cool. Actually, it's a nice way to sort of get what you want. But we've got an iron ore next to us, which is going to suit us, I think. Nothing much else that we're sort of seeing back in through here. It looks like it's a very flat world. Just so it looks like the random world that we got is just coming that way. I mean, we could just do another one and just see if we end up with a different style world as well. Just see if we end up with a nice flat world again or something a bit different. Control N. 2-4 is not enough, so this is not a good start. This one looks more mountainous. Do that again. Control N. 4-3 is fine. And we've got 3-3 is not as much. So just again, to quickly go through it, Radiance is sort of how you can apply spells to the city, and you want at least 2 really when you're getting into the game. This one we're starting up in the north. If we go into the first number there, 3 is the 4 is the food. 3 means our growth will be slower through these, and 3 is the production, the materials. Now I can pick up a clay pit there, which will add another material to the city, which means essentially, ultimately, this will be a 4-4-2. But there's no other food anywhere. There is actually another clay pit up there. So even that one there, this will eventually become a 4-5-2 once we actually pick up this clay pit as well, which is actually going to mean this is going to be a great production city. So we're just going to go down into here, and so we'll just move down. Just then expose a little bit more of the map, but that is ultimately it's going to take a little while before we can get to those 2 areas, but we will get there. So we'll settle into here. So materials is your production, and it's sort of like a multiplier for production for your city. Hi Daedalus, saying hello everyone. So how's the full release so far? Haven't played it yet, but got it on Steam. It's very, very good. Like it's there's certainly, like we did sort of restart again today, but it does like there's a lot to like about it, but there's still, I think, some polish that needs to be. Or I don't know what happened with the city. I've asked the question of Stardock to see if they can get back to me about. I had a few questions, but I haven't heard back yet about the way things within the game itself. Okay, let's just get started here. We've got the but it's very good overall, very, very good. Now I forgot to get my normal stuff. I normally get I've got Merchant's Blessing, which is going to increase gold production in the city by 25%. which is not going to be all that great, so I'm not going to do that one. I've got meditation back in through here, so I'm just going to go and grab that one. This costs nothing, and this is going to then add in a little bit of what is it? We're going to get more mana. So we're going to get 2 mana per turn because there's 2 radiant slots in the city. Now in terms of the other spell, we've got 40 mana at the moment. I can get a Shadow Warg to like summon a level 1 Shadow Warg to come in with us, and summon a Familiar here as well. Familiars can cast all the spells your Sovereigns can. Now we don't need the spells at this stage, we just need a fighter, so we'll bring this one in as well. Cast a spell, and we really can't do anything else. There we are, so we've now cast the Shadow Warg, and so I can't make use of that next Radiant slot. We're down to 10 mana, and we're now using up one of the mana because of the summons that we have. So that's now sort of been brought in. Now I can't show anything until we level up, and this one here is weak, 14 hit points. What have we got? We've got 57 hit points. We've got 0 defense. I think we can take this one out on. We've got about the same hitting power, but we do actually have more protection there. And with the Shadow Warg, I can always just make like it can be the one that takes the death if we need it. We can also escape from fights if we have to. We do also have a Humble Inn, but this one's deadly. Now with these having deadly inns or epic type stuff around you, you don't want to be. You want to go into it and nullify it as quickly as you possibly can. Well, not as quickly as you can, but we will be wanting to get rid of that one. Also, we would need to know if there's something in there that we can't back away from, so we can restart, because that could ultimately end up with it being a game killer for us. That one's only got 9 hit points. That's actually easier. So let's actually move that way. Still got a few things. We need to do construction inside a Hilga and through here. So we're going to go back into to building, and we'll build up. Actually, we can train. So we can train pretty quickly a militia. These are very useful at the start of the game. We can also get a pioneer there for 9, but we don't know where we're going to be settling yet. It may be worth just grabbing one of those now. Let's just train them up. And so 4 turns before they come in. And if we then, yeah, so that's now got that one sorted. If we go back to research, and civics is going to allow me to then just get the basic sort of stuff in terms of the bell tower, etc. So I'm just going to start there. It's sort of like, I very rarely start anywhere else. We do have training already for us, so we do get +1 to the army size, which this is why Virga Reborn would have actually done so well. He must have got drills at some point, got that army upgrade, that army upgrade. This one does allow us to build the barracks inside the fortress, so we've already got that one, which takes a long time to get. Magic-wise, we will be wanting to get these as well at some point. But let's just go back to civilization, and we'll just go back to civics and just go and click on done. So we've really now just got the movement left, so we'll just go back across to here, pick up those, and it's now the next turn. So this is a refreshing elixir. Finishes your army's moves on the strategic map. Okay, so we'll save that to use that at some other point. Now we've got another one down here. We've got a couple of, that's considered to be medium. Got a Darkling in there. Got a Stinging Guard there. So what's it got? It's got charge. It's weak, dodge, frail. It's using a toxic longbow. That's what it is. Big attacks. Okay, that's the reason this one's so considered so dangerous. These ones here are just purely just normal Darklings, which we can certainly take. So we'll go back in and destroy this. I just want to get the level ups as fast as possible. So we go to battle. Spring Plague is saying hi and saying so close to a purple quest. Do they not attack you if you expand just one tile within the city? Not those quests. No, I don't think they do. It's you need someone to go and visit it, but we'll do that ourselves. Now she actually goes first this time. She's got better initiative than the Shadow Warg. which is interesting. If I double click anything, I can then bring it up to have a look to see what they've got. We've got 30 initiative here, and she has got 31. Okay, that's why she's got a bit more. Now, she also, being a trog, she can actually master blades, but we'll end up with her probably not as a fighter as such, but let's just move on in and attack. There we go, that one's down. Shadow Warg coming in. That one's down as well. And retaliation. Easily done, easily done. So grab that as well. Growth potion. So that's all fine where we are. Now we do actually have the refreshing elixir and then the it's the growth potion there, I think. Anyway, that's fine. We'll just leave it where that is. So this one is a little bit too much for us. This one is okay. So this Darkling Lurker is also considered to be weak. So we'll come back again. So Militia coming out in 2 more turns. We'll just get rid of this guy. So we're getting close to the level ups, I would imagine. Nearby Wild Horses, nearby Crystal Crag. We'll get that one eventually. I need to find metals. So we'll go to battle here. This is about the same attack, but we'll be able to sort of whittle these down fairly quickly. Good, that one's down. Alright, that's been halved now. The Shadow Warg is helping us. And she can move a fair distance. That's interesting, the Shadow Warg can't. Just pass there. Alright, that's done, and we did level up now. So we're going to, just for the theme of it, play as a mage, which is actually not a great thing with the trogs, to be honest. So maybe I chose the wrong path. The trogs have got like a system where they can't actually get their own mages, so we'll only have her as the only mage. But let's choose it anyway and just see how we go. So we'll just have a bit of fun with it. Now, if we go back into her details, if I go and click on a unit here, and we go to traits, we can now see the mage traits. And this is where we have the extra bits and pieces. So coming in off summons, there is actually the necromancy. Now these are tactical spells, so these are only you can only cast these actually in combat. So we can raise a ghoul, and we've got hopelessness in through here. So so raise a party of ghouls from the ruins of elemental. Though weak, they cost 1 mana to summons. They only cost 1 mana to summons. So we've got that one through there. Then we've got this one over through here, Greater Necromancy. And so we can raise a ghoul horde again. It's only a tactical spell. So raise a horde of ghouls and undead servants from the ruins of elemental. So I'm guessing that when we go into battle with that, it's going to then allow us to sort of bring up these undead. I just wanted to play with that today. See how we go. So we'll end up just clicking on done. So that's actually where that one does come in. The summons area, which we're going to be fairly strong in, we end up getting some very, very powerful summons. But we can get hold of necromancy pretty early on. So they're not strategic. A lot of these will be strategic. Like if we go back into there, +1 level for summons. Then we have summon an ice elemental. And so this is a strategic, meaning we can cast this and it will then walk around with us. A bit like the Shadow Warg. Level 2, and then we end up with a air elemental, again strategic. Level 3, so +2 levels for summons. And then we end up with a crag spawn, again strategic. Strategic. Down this way we've got, again, Ignis, fire elemental, strategic. So all of these, this one's tactical. So summon Delenn, the Pyre of Man, into the battle for 3 actions. And so in this case, this one here will come in. But we must be level 15 to actually cast that. Is there any limit on this? No. We can just go straight for those. So that'll be interesting to see how we go with that. That's done. All right, so that's sort of what we're going to be leveling up towards. That's the goal. So we'll just keep on moving through. a Drake Tooth, which we can then use ultimately as something else we need to do. We'll just go back into the inn, and we'll just nullify this one just so we get rid of this quest. Talk to the bard, finish your drink and leave. So if I do this, it basically just gets rid of it. So what this one does is the coin and drinks are flowing freely in the small inn. A grey-haired bard, singing as Indus variety songs from bawdy Ythrilian rhymes to ancient imperial ballads. So we can either talk to the bard and start whatever the quest is, but it says dragon song. We don't want that. Finish your drink and leave. It's gone. We don't have to worry about it now. That's more our camp. That's more our style with this camp, which is only weak. So we can certainly do that one. Still got one more move here. Let's have a look and see where we are on the map. A bit hard to sort of tell exactly where we are, but it looks like we're up in the top corner. So we'll have a bit of... Actually, there's a location there. So there's something else there. What else do we have in through there? That's a lurk, which is going to be a little bit beyond us at the start. There's something in here. So there's actually a spawn area. Let's just trying to find where we should look around. I can see like the edge of something that side as well. So we might have a look over this other way and then sort of move our way around a little bit more. So we'll head up to here. Militia will be coming out now as well. A hearty brew that bestows some of your vitality. So if we use this one here, we just get increases maximum hit points by 2. I might as well do it. So this is actually going to be a permanent thing for us. Got these guys coming. Let's just move them across to us. It just gives us a bit of an army. Move in, find the wagon's remains, and we find an emerald skull cap. So we'll equip this as well. One thing I like is that we now see her on the map with the emerald skull cap. So she's now wearing whatever we give her. She will actually graphically show up. Now, we've got no construction in here, so we'll go back into build. Now, my first thing is I want to be extending out to this way. The monument's a good choice to get the zone of control. The merchant as well, like we're actually making hardly any money. But the workshop's going to give me production per material of +1. So it's just going to give me a little bit more production. At the moment I've got 18. We do have an unrest of 24. So I'm getting +8 per material. Getting the workshop is going to make it essentially +9. Which isn't a great amount. I don't get any real benefit from the monument. The cleric is going to reduce unrest by 5. That's probably a better way to go initially. Tower of Dominion, +1 growth, and that's actually a good one. I think I'll do that. Growth is only +2 at this stage. No, it's an interesting choice. Only the +1 is not really a hell of a lot. I'll go the merchant. I'll hug up against this crystal area. Now we also, playing as a Trogs, we actually have a whole lot of different things that are now locked off to us as we start to sort of build up our actual units. Like we can't, for example, go and build mages. Like there's a whole area cut off from us. In fact, if we go into the tech tree, actually, if we go into the tech tree in here, we've got civics, but if I go to magic, where other people end up having mages, we don't. So we still can get magical equipment, but we actually don't get much in terms of the actual units that can come through. So there's no mages anywhere for us, but there are for everyone else. So that's one of the things with the Trogs. It's just sort of remove some of the stuff from the area. I don't know if we can. If I just cancel that, if I go back in and look at the Trog elements that she has. So Trog blood. So +2 attack. It's not telling us what we can and can't do there. Mage. We can train juggernauts. Summoner. Yeah, there's nothing else there with Trog. But the Trogs don't get mages, essentially. They're considered to be just brute strength is really what we are. We are orcs, after all. So we've got 3 turns here. So we'll go and grab this. So merchant has set up a stand here and selling and trading colourless potions. So do you have anything else to sell? Do you have one item of some worth, a map to a treasure? Though collecting it may be dangerous, I would sell it for you for only 20 guildar. We've got 66, it's a lot. We'll buy it, might as well. Ah, there's another city that we can get. Alright, so this is actually now something that is worthwhile. This is strong. This Hergling's army is going to be too much for us. And that's going to be too much for us initially. We should be medium now. Yeah, we are medium with the militia on board. So, but that's interesting there. We'll just keep on going and see if we can find something else a little bit more. It looks like it's got a Hergling monster remains there. So we do actually have. We bought this. Yep, snake oil. Let's see what we end up with. We'll start to head out that way. This little army will be able to take on a lot of different things, so we should slowly be able to make our way across. Just see if this opens up more expansion. It's going to be important for us to be able to expand. Like very important. And look, after we get the merchant, we may get a scout and just have a bit of a look around. Found an item, Trog Blood. Now this one here is going to give me plus 10 poison resistance. So we've already got Trog Blood anyway, but this is just going to make it a little bit more resistant to that. That looks like an Kingdom character. He's weak. Val the First, so we could actually just go across and we do have a dragon statue. Again, I don't want these things spawning in around here. So we will just go and finish them off, but let's go and kill this one. God, these are powerful. Got some very, very powerful summons. It looks like I can recruit him. It's just from the NPCs. So ultimately we can get him. Need 14 fame to get him. Let's get rid of this dragon statue. I'm too busy for this. Bang, you're gone. We'll just nullify these. There's a fire shard that would be useful. Fire shrills are weak. There's only 2 of them in here. Have a look and see what their details are. Their skills. Immune to poison, immune to fire. Vulnerable to cold. We've got an ember spell. I think we'll be okay with that. Endurance. So let's just go back in. We'll finish that off as well, just to try to get more level ups. Still got the merchant coming at this stage. Hi Began, how you going? So now Daedalus is saying Tower of Dominion early is great. It helps get population for those settlers. Does it help with population? If we have a look at the build, Tower of Dominion, yeah, actually with the growth, of course, yes. It's sort of like at +2. I'm still okay, but we're nearly under the 200 now. So yes, you are right. I think the next thing we do get will be that. We'll also, if I build there, we'll get this one very, very quickly as well, and get even more material. So just go and click on done. The growth is important. If I can sort of keep that up around 2 and 3, that's going to be useful, very, very useful. Now we've got movement in here. Let's go and attack these. So we have got, now they are weak. Actually, the first thing I will get is another settler, just so we can get that other city, even though it's a bit of a crap location. It's still going to be worth getting as many cities as we possibly can. So the fire shrills, we'll just go in and go to battle. Now they're going to be retreating, I would guess. So let's just bring these in. 4. Dodged, unfortunately. They've gone after our militia. Now Now I don't want these to die off. That one's good. So these will now help with the attack. So the hit chance is now 87. We've got damage 4 to 9. It was 7. And this one is the hit chance is 97 with damage of 8 to 16. There we go. Down the bottom there you can sort of see the attack stuff down there. We've got 2 elemental ash and 1 spider silk back in through there. Militia took a little bit of a beating. Let's go and click on done. And so we can now level up a little bit. Just so that we can keep on fighting, I'm going to pick healer. So we'll eventually get into the mage areas soon enough. Now the first city is pretty important that we go fortress here, I think. So we'll go to fortress and choose that, just so we can start to build up bigger armies for the trogs. Again, will be important for us. So that one leveled up pretty quick, actually, that we ended up with that particular one. So this one here, if we go back into the details, we can see we've got three sort of just militia units and 1 archer unit with the actual protection, so which is fine. Eventually we'll get horses, wild horses as well, but not initially. Now we also have Twilight Bees. These are great. Reduce the unrest for the entire faction. I've really got to push this way. I've got to get this as well, but I've got to get that as well. I didn't even see that up there. That's really, really cool. This is like Brad Wardell, like the CEO of Stardock, is a beekeeper. I think he's still a beekeeper. He certainly was back when the first elemental was built. And with the power of bees, he's actually sort of, he's added often there's little Easter egg type stuff, and these Twilight Bees I think are an Easter egg to his to one of his passions, which is really cool. All right, so we've got that one through there. We'll just keep on moving up through Ember Vent. So that's where they were. Lair has now been cleared, and we've got this potion of fire resistance if we do need it. We've got a hedge. Now this is strong. Again, too much for us because there's a lot of these hedgelings in this particular map. So just keep on moving our way up. It's medium. That's going to be a little bit too much for us, I think. What else have we got? We've got a city now that is got nothing to do. So got this quest, the snake oil quest. So with that one there, I'm going to go and grab the. I'm going to train up a pioneer. Done. Train. And we've now got civics as well. So we'll open up the research. Restoration is going to give me the garden, 15 food per grain. That's going to give me more growth again as well, which I do need. So I want to sort of focus on that one. I probably should have gone even that way at the start. Okay, so we've got rusty boots. 4 defense, -1 initiative. That's fine. Nice compliments to your bloodstains and bruises. We can't wear them yet. Actually, we won't be able to wear them with her. We'll have to find somebody else. There's a lost library that's going to help again with our research. There we go. We've got an essence slot there. That's from where we actually took over that other location. So that's good. That's actually a nice one for us to just get the next city. That's going to then make the borders contiguous ultimately, which means that they're going to connect, and that means that the unrest will then go down, which is important. So it's a fairly important aspect of the game to try to get your cities as touching as much as they possibly can. So we've got the merchant, which is good. The pioneer is still coming in 6. The money is going up slightly, just at 0.2. You can always change the tax rates. So searching through the ruins, you find several ancient texts that hold important knowledge for the past, so plus 15 research. That's going to be helpful. There's our restoration now done. So we'll open up research. And I can get knowledge in just 3 turns, which will give me the study as well. Getting all of these initially is probably a bit too much, but leatherworking would be good. Charms. I don't need that. I think civilization. Let's just get knowledge. Hi, Private Joe. Saying a bit late. Is this a new game, or am I wrong? What happened? Well, if you watch the first maybe 10 minutes of the of this one, I go through why we started again, and it was because, well, there's three reasons. One is that we now have access to necromancy. This is new in the game, and so we've actually got like a whole. If we look at her, I've made her into a mage so we can get access. Go to traits, under the mage traits for any of the empires. You've then got these necromancy channel, where you've got sort of like in through here, where you've got like raise ghouls in battle or raise a ghoul horde in battle. So we end up with a just a ways of sort of creating a bit more carnage. So I just wanted to test that one out. That was probably the main reason. The second reason was that Virga Reborn was epically powerful, and there's no way I was going to be able to defeat him. So that was actually just too much. And also the third reason is I couldn't get any protection for the city that we took over. So it meant that I was going to have to be sitting back and protecting that city for the whole game, which I didn't want to do. Now that one there is weak. This one's allied with the kingdom. This one here wasn't. The one that was down there. Well, we can kill her off because we can't make use of her. I thought they may have changed this one. This is deadly, this camp. Some of these you can just, some of them will just trigger. This is the top of the map. Let's get her out of there. She's got 38 health. We've got 97. I think that will still work out okay. Until we get the Pioneer. We haven't seen any other locations yet where we can get. Oh, there's another city location. We might come back and explore that as well. So if we can get 3 cities up and running at the start, that's going to be great. So Prophet just saying thanks. Carnage is always good, right? Well, it depends if we're the ones doing it or receiving it. Now, if we click into here, so this one is weak. Let's just go and kill her off. This is an NPC. I am using a mod that I downloaded from the Steam Workshop, which brings in a lot of different heroes and things. So we'll just go to battle. Doesn't look like she's armed with much. She's level 9. So she's not insubstantial. Retaliate. Good, she's down to half. I need to do 2 to 4 damage here. Oh, we did more than that. Got her. Okay, that was good. So hardly anything. So she was killed. What do we pick up? Nothing. She just won't spawn. This deadly camp. What did we pick up from there? Well, I forget even what we picked up from that last quest. Yeah, Trevor and Hart saying, so what sort of things makes this different? I enjoyed Elemental, but I already have that one. Oh, this is very, very different. Like if you open up, well, you don't have this. I can do it for you. I will open up Fallen Enchantress, which was the expanded version of Elemental. Like the original Elementals no longer really exists. Let's just do a quick save here, just in case this camp is I'm too busy for this. I just don't want to be doing these things. So I'm just going to get rid of. Oh, here we go. I was hoping we'd find this, something like this. That is better again. So we're going to grab a couple of Pioneers here. I will grab this one straight away, but I will get up into here as well. So we'll keep on sort of moving our way through and seeing what we can find. So we've now got knowledge as well. We'll open up research. Trading will now become important. just so we can get the and yeah, well, we haven't seen any mines yet, but this one here is going to be important to us because of the roads. So we'll get the road building. That's going to allow us to get our army sort of moving around. Sorry, Chris is then saying is that Ask Brad thing on the top there left for some kind of AI, Brad, that helps you with the game concepts? Yeah, so it's essentially a, I think it may be an AI, but I'm not sure. I haven't really used it, so I don't know what it does. In fact, if we just go and do it now.
Welcome to Elemental.
Oh, it's just the help.
Brad Wardell. I'm the designer
there we go.
of this game, and I'm here to walk.
I have clicked on it, yes. So it just goes through the concepts of the game and explains things. The original Elemental had something very similar with the help files. You can, I think, do the same thing here.
So the first question you might have is,
yep.
Where am I?
Yep. So there's so Brad is sort of, this is really Brad's passion project, and sort of has been on his back burner, I think, for so long. Like he's been wanting to get back into it. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this one does go. But there's a lot of information in here, like a hell of a lot about different things, the way that they sort of do work. Oh, there we go. There's one that we created yesterday. Now, Virgo Reborn. Why is this one so powerful? I'm not sure why it became so powerful in the game that we were playing. Anyway, that's the different sovereigns, including the ones that you make. So this is the one that we're not seeing the one that we've currently got. I don't know why. The other ones are all in there. Anyway, it's that's the help file, which I hardly ever look at. So this is a nice little area for us back up into here, but it's going to cost me essence. So essence represents your sovereign's connection to the magical forces of the world, and we either do that through the dynasty system or through settling new cities, but new cities is going to be very, very important. Now that 3 there, this becomes a really, really powerful location, having 3 essence slots. It changes things a hell of a lot. This one here is going to be a good town. So I think we'll loop back through and just see what we can find here. So this has been worthwhile. Just going back through. Scath fins, just going to be a crafting recipe. Sorry, the question was from Trevelyan Hart. What sort of things make this different? So there's a hell of a lot. I'll just show you on the if we go to Steam Workshop. Sorry, not Steam. Well, Workshop is one thing. The original game didn't have Steam Workshop. And if we go to Elemental Reforged, which is 20% off at the moment, but Elemental Reforged is, I think that's one I was playing one of mine the other day. No, it's not there anymore, but that's okay. So with the actual game itself, if you go into the where is it? I'll just go into the community hub. And if you have a look at the discussions and have a look, this is an oldish thread now, with the What's New thread, which then goes through and shows you what Elemental had. What this one has got. War of Magic is the original Elemental. Fallen Enchantress and Legendary Heroes are the 2 Fallen Enchantress games, and Sorcerer King. So all of these have been combined into the one, and so we can see there that these are all just 32-bit. It's now 64-bit, which allows it to do a lot more, so it's a lot more powerful. So it's now using multi-core optimization, which modern games do, but back in the day when these were built, that really wasn't a thing as much. They've split the actual language in the game was actually hard coded in. So when something was done, they didn't actually have like a translation aspect to it, like where you could but what they've now done is split all of the strings that are then spoken out into a translation area, which then allows people to actually build it for different languages. So there will be multiple languages for the game. So it doesn't sound like it's much, but it means they've had to go through all of the code and strip all this stuff out to sort of make it so that they can get access to it. They're all like the world generation is still good. It always was. Tactical battles are still pretty much the same. Campaigns are, I think they've added one new campaign, I think. Unit Designer is back in there. Wasn't part of Sovereign Kings, but that's still there as well. Tech Progression Tree, still there. Terraforming is that was part of the original Elemental, so that's in there. The original terraforming was just over the top, and I haven't noticed it being over the top in this one, so it's not a big thing. The essence system is also what we're now playing with, which was part of the original original Elemental. And that's well, I thought it was part of Fallen Enchantress as well, to be honest. But anyway, we've got that. I think that's actually now, they called it Essence back when this was written. But this is now the Radiance. So Radiance system is what we actually have. Essence is now used for the Royal Dynasties, which is down in here. So they're now two different things. Map editor, you can sort of see them through there as well. Modding studio, this is to build your own elements within the game itself. Not so much, and even modding is actually, it's now much more mod friendly than it's ever been before. Custom civilizations, again, that was part of it as well. Royal Dynasties is now newish again, like it's part of the original Elemental, but that's been fleshed right out. It ties in with the actual Essence system now. Champion breeding as well, part of the Dynasties. Crafting system came from Sorcerer King. Steam Workshop, unique, that wasn't in there before, so people can now share their mods. I haven't had a look to see if people have been building mods as of yesterday, because it only really came out yesterday. High resolution visuals, this is a big change. Like if I open up Fallen Enchantress, for example, and then have a look at the, you'll see the difference dramatically, just when you actually go and have a look at it. Well, certainly I can see it. Quests and points of interest, we've got over 500, whereas the other ones had a lot less. The original Elemental was too ambitious for its time, but in this case it's got even more. Monster types 250, again too ambitious back there with the 32-bit system. So that one's sort of now, we've got a lot more in there. Story-driven campaigns, it's got 3 of them. So I think they've added a new one. I don't play those, so I don't really have a look. Global inventory, this one came from Sorcerer King, so it just allows you to sort of share things around. Enhanced quest support, back in through there as well. So you've got those different bits and pieces. So there's a lot in there, plus there's more things like the necromancy that we're sort of seeing in through here that's just come in as well. So Chris is saying, I'm curious, is Stardock considered to be a AAA company with AAA games, or is it classified as more of an indie? I always see it as a sort of a bit in the middle. It's nowhere near the size. I was lucky enough last year to go and actually visit the studio and sort of meet the people there. And they work with other studios as well. So it's not like a massive studio where it's a bigger studio. It's not like 2 people sitting in a room, you know, in the garage making a game. It's not that, but it's you know, it's not a massive company. So it's sort of it's not AAA, but it's also it's not a small company either. So it's sort of like I guess a smallish medium sized company. Like, I mean, you look at some of these other games where they've got like hundreds or even thousands of people working on them. It's nowhere near like that. So it's sort of, you know, I don't even know how many staff they've got. Maybe 20 or something like there, somewhere around that number, I would guess. But it's a really cool place actually there, where they work. It's really, really nice. And so anyway, that was good. So anyway, that's the. Yeah, it was. So yeah, so I wouldn't consider it AAA. It's certainly they're so approachable as well. Like, I mean, Brad is like, you know, he answers so many of the questions, and it's him that's answering them. It's not just somebody else using his name. So he's very, very active in the socials, but he's also very, very active in the development. So he's very hands-on with the actual development, and this is his baby basically. So he's really sort of you know, I think he's very, very attached to what's going on in the game, which is very, very cool. So through playing, so I remember having a list of mods for it. Maybe it's from Nexus. I think so. I think that there were things you could load into Fallen Enchantress. What I might do is I'll fire up Fallen Enchantress so you can see the difference. Just minimize that. I'll just go back down. Will it do it? Just open up Steam. Just do it this way. Go back to my library. So all I've got is Fallen Enchantress Legendary Hero. So I'll just go and start that as well at the same time. Hopefully nothing will crash. Probably should have saved. So this is Legendary Heroes from Fallen Enchantress, which came out, what, 10 years ago, I guess? And when we go in, I'll just go to New Game. So these are the characters. The characters are markedly different, just in the way that they actually look with the different group. There's Warlord Verga again, so we sort of saw him. So the graphics are very, very, very different now in the game. Actually, who did we didn't really play with anyone from this one, but let's just go that way. There are a heap of other people in there as well. We did actually have Morrigan the Risen. I do hope they bring the undead back as an actual faction. Like someone was saying yesterday that they don't actually, that they won't have this one. And I don't know if this was a mod or if this was actually part of the game. It may have been a mod. I just can't remember. I can't remember where that one came from. I think it was part of the game, but yeah, I can't recall where that one actually was. So if we just go back in, we'll just go next. This looks all very similar with what we actually end up having. Let's go next in through here as well. Looks similar again to what we've got. But the graphics, when we do get into the actual game itself, you'll see a big difference there.
Many things are said of you that your own mother.
Yeah, we just quit that one there. So if I just go and place it in there, this one has actually also been updated relatively recently, which was like before they sort of were releasing this other one. It actually doesn't look too bad, to be honest. Like when we look at this one here, if I sort of zoom in, city details, I'll just click with this Warlord. I'll just move him back down this way. That's not terrible, actually, is it? It's not terrible. That's sort of what we're seeing there. Let's go and zoom in with Elemental Reforged. If we have a look at the characters that we have here. Well, I have to forget when Fallen Enchantress last updated. I can zoom in closer there, but that's about the same level of zoom there, I guess. Just trying to see what other areas. If we go to the city and just see what we end up getting there with the graphics. I know they put a lot of effort in, but I know that they were also updating this one not that long ago. So it's something similar we can spot. Not really. Yeah, I'm not noticing the difference as much as what I did last time I had a look. So anyway, we'll quit out of that one. We'll just go back to the main game and then exit. But it's certainly the graphics have certainly had a big improvement in through here. But then I think Fallen Enchantress may have had the same thing, to be honest. I think back with theirs, I think it was actually updated. Now we've got other questions. I see a wiki of some kind, says Chris. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean with that one. Okay, so Supreme Plague is saying, removing hard quests and having no global events, don't you miss out on a lot of XP later? Well, I don't want them spawning up. See, what can happen is, if let's just say that an enemy scout or even an enemy hero just wanders past one of your cities and wanders into one of those deadly spawns early in the game. This is what happens a lot. They can then trigger the dragon and then run away, or fight it and lose, and then the dragon's just wandering around, and it will randomly move around until it lands on one of your cities, which you don't want. So I'd prefer not to have it where that is. There's enough stuff already in the map, so I don't need that as a to actually to be able to do things. Anyway, let's continue on with this. Actually, sorry, no, there's still more questions. I hope they make as many great mods as Fallen Enchantress had. I think that it will. It's certainly, the modding is so much easier in this game, and there's so much more exposed as well. So yeah, so in that sense, there certainly is a lot more you can do for modding in this game than what you could ever do in Fallen Enchantress. I showed yesterday the difference just in the file structure with what's exposed in this version as opposed to Fallen Enchantress. There's a lot. Okay, so a lot of mods for it, maybe from Nexus, yeah, I think it was. I'm curious about Stardock. Yeah, we did that one. Cool, thanks for clearing that up. Does this one have a mod for upgrade and unit design? Remember having a lot of fun with that one? Yes, it does. In the game, we actually have the unit creator, like the unit design. So this is where we actually then can go and build our own units. With their own special abilities. I won't do that until we're further down the tree with this one, but we can certainly change these up. We can also at any point just go and click on any unit and upgrade it with equipment that we find. So if we find good equipment, I can then make that militia into like a bit more of a powerful force. So yes, we do still have those abilities. And then on the outside of the game, if I just go and save it. Save the game. Just replace that one. Go back to the main menu. We do actually have different things. So we've got the options, we've got the tools. So if we go into here, you want to abandon your current game. Yep, so that's okay. We'll come back to it. So note, workshop tools can be used to create new maps, improvements, and spell effects, etc. And so you've got all these as well. So this is actually another part of it. We've got the Builder's Forge, the Cartographer's Table for building maps, the Particle Cauldron for building effects, the Faction Creator, so you can actually build your own factions as well. I don't know if you can overbuild them. Like you still only have the 3 points, so you can't save them, but we can do them from within the game as well. The Builder's Forge is a big part of what you can then go and do. And so this is where you can then bring in all sorts of different abilities and just place them in any old position. You can sort of rotate them. I'll just build a quick little fort here. And so I can sort of start to build up. Just cobbling together, various elements. I mean, this is a roof, but we're using it as some sort of barrier. So you can sort of build your own little areas and then code them in to do different things. I think there's scripting as well. I haven't really had a look at this one. What else have we got? We've got favorites. That's just kingdom ones. This is fallen. But you can change the scale of each element. As to what they do, so you can end up constructing like a, like your own little areas with all sorts of stuff, bushes and things. Anyway, it's but there is a way to script with these as well. And again, the scripting is really, really simple in the game. So there's a lot you can actually do just constructing little areas and quests and stuff yourself. So that one's just part of it. I'll just get out of there. So that's the Builder's Forge. You did remember where we were, but I'm not going to worry about that one. Just no, I can't do much with that one there. But this one allows you then, a bit like in Gal Civ 4, like the way you can build your ships. It's a bit like that with the Builder's Forge. Cartographer's Table is going to then create a map, and then you can just go and craft it. But we won't get into that one. And so so that is essentially the tools that come with the game. You've then got the mods. So with mods, I've been playing with just building a few to just test it out a little bit. I've still got to learn a little bit more, but it's very, very simple to actually go and do it. So I downloaded one, from online. I can go back in there. I'll just see if there's any others that really have come through. That's the one that I downloaded. Some of these are example mods as well, so there's probably not too many of them in here just yet, but there's different quests and stuff. If you go and click on them and have a bit of a look, if it's from Frog Boy's Workshop, it means it's come from Stardock, which will most likely be something to show how to do a mod, so there'll be examples. So there are certainly things in through here as well that you then have. I'll just cancel that. And we'll just go back in and load our game. And sorry, this last one is just languages. Again, you've got different languages you can then go and choose from now, which you didn't have before. So we'll just go back in and load our game back up again. And away we go. Yep, so Chris is saying, I ask because I find Gal Civ 4 to be of AAA quality, certainly on par with Stellaris in presentation. Yeah, it's a beautiful game. Beautiful game. But no, Paradox has got a lot. It's a lot bigger than what Stardock is. I don't know how many people Paradox have got, but it's it's a. There's a lot of, again, I mean, you look at like there's Ashes of the Singularity 2 is actually, the publisher is Stardock, and they work very closely with Ironclad Games, I think it is. And so that's their own. They're a different studio again. They're in a different state, and so so they don't work in the same area as. And again with Triumph, I don't know if Triumph Studios with Age of Wonders 4. I don't know if they're Holland, I think, so that they would be, even though they're part of Paradox, they're not working in their main offices in Sweden. So yeah, it's I'm not exactly sure how they all sort of do work, but anyway, it's they're all over the place. So when will I get back my undead? It says this all. Well, hopefully, I don't know when, but hopefully it gets added in. So NG99 is saying, this is really random, but are you looking forward to Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era? Yes, I'm sort of been waiting for more information to come out about it, but I had an early build of it, and it was very good, very good actually. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's going to be that's going to really resurrect that whole franchise. So yeah, that's really looking fantastic. Sorry, Watts is saying, great, another game that streams that I need to buy now. This is a great game. Like really, this is a game I can get. I have so much fun playing this game. This is one of my go-to games in recent months, where I've just enjoyed just playing it as a even with the little bugs and things that are in the game. It's still fun to play. So Bamboo69 is saying you can design buildings in this. Yes, so you can build all of the quest locations and all the stuff. These are all just constructed in that builder, and then they get plotted in the game. So you can build your own little quests. I should show that one time, like this, to this little area through here with the treasure chest, and then the skeletons. This is all just stuff out of that builder. So all of these things that we see through here are just all built in the builder, the whole lot. Yeah, it's nice the way it sort of does come together. So all of the everything. So and you've got access to all of that yourself. And if you wanted to actually build a location that comes into the game, I wonder where the other location ended up going. It's weird. We had a 333 over here. Maybe it'll appear again when we get moving. Anyway, Sprint Flag is saying, but what I remember from that mod for unit design is you had many different outfits for your troops. You could make your units like spearmen look like assassins, hoplites, and stuff just by choosing different outfits. Yes, you got all of that. Like that's all. If I go into, look, I've actually this is one that I had created before. I'd gone and called them the same thing. If I can retire all of these, actually. I can hide them. Grey Spears, I must have built this one, so if I just retire these are ones that I did actually have. If I go and edit this, so I do actually have, so these particular unit, I can go and change them. So I can change them around completely, like with different, this is the armor, but then the equipment, actually, where is it? Other. So I can actually change the overall look of them. Traits. There was more I could do in here, I thought. The different sorts of shirts. Don't know why he's looking down. Can make them female as well with different sorts of aspects. But you've got a lot of, so these are just cosmetic. You can change the overall colour of things as well. Apply that one. Metal colour. Make it like a gold colour or something, or orange. Well, this isn't metal, but you get the idea anyway. It's but it does allow you to tweak things up a lot with the game. Yeah, we're not going to see boots in through there, but the equipment that she has as well, like the weapons, we can then sort of change things up. So in this case, she would just be a spearman. But I can, so you certainly have a lot of play with what happens here. Let's just go and retire them. So we start by building our own up. These are the ones that I built them from the Grey March, which is I can either just hide these, but these are the ones that come with the game. And I had been playing another game where I had built these other ones, but we'll do that when we need to. But it's pretty good the way it sort of does work. with everything. So yeah, there's a lot you can just do with the overall look of it. Again, it's quite unique in this game to be able to do it that way. All right, back to YouTube. We've got Thorn Elements saying, sorry, got to say, I really dislike the graphics in this game, and the new Reforged one as well, especially the landscape looks horrible. It's not as energetic as Age of Wonders. Like Age of Wonders does have a more energetic colour palette. So I do agree with you in comparison, but it doesn't bother me. But I know what you mean. Like it's fairly simple. The colour palette is washed out, yes. Usually games do that to make the other elements stand out better against the background, but I think Age of Wonders does such a good job of actually balancing both those aspects. Textures are washed out. Age of Wonders 4 is much more beautiful. It is indeed. Yeah, I agree with 100% with you there. Let's keep on moving. There we go. It's now come back up in here again. I do want to come back to try to find out where things actually are. What are you? That's weak. So we'll clean these out and then we'll start. Oh, this is a great location. What a great location this is. I think we send our Pioneer, which is coming in one turn, straight there. It looks like we can get past this mountain and in around. So I need to make sure no one else gets this. All right, so we'll battle these. And we've got the one with the bow down the bottom there. It's going for the warg, the shadow warg. Get this one in the corner. She's got better movement than the shadow warg. Sometimes the screen sort of glitches a bit. I'm just going to save my mana up as well at this stage. Yeah. Right, it's done. Picked up a lot of loot there actually. Like a hell of a lot. This is all crafting materials. A warg pelt. And we'll get rid of this Might's army as well. And just go to battle. That's easy. Done. What a great location. We've got the Adept's robes. Now, I will actually go and equip that. So again, she'll now be wearing those Adept's robes, which is nice to see. Eventually, we can pick up this as well, iron ore. And we also then have wild grain. So that's going to make this into a 4-3-3 eventually. Which would be, again, very, very useful. And we should be able to get like the borders touching eventually on the top here. So we should be able to move that one around fairly effectively. Now that's the Pioneer party. Well, let's move them straight to that location, and we'll grab another Pioneer party and start to build up. Now we're not going to be building the city as much. Actually, I may not be able to do that one as quickly. If we just go back into this location. We're still growing it now +2 because we've gotten our population down. I can train another one. I will do it. Pioneer, train. Done. Okay, there's nothing else in that little valley. I've got Ghoul's army there, which is fairly weak. We've also got Wall Kennels, which aren't a spawner, but then we've got a bear cub. It's only a cub. We can take out both of those as well. The Ghouls, what do they have? Look at their skills. Undying Curse, when this unit kills a victim, it adds another member to its group. Vulnerable to magic, and inaccurate. Traits, yeah, won't really matter that much. Very low initiative. It's not a problem. So we go to battle. You have to be sort of careful a little bit about what abilities they actually have. We get a couple of shots in a row just because their initiative is so bad. Alright, that one's down. So this is what we'll be bringing back up with the Necromancy. Just got another level up, which is good. Now, we do have healing, which I think this is going to be super useful. And we've got the Inner Radiance there, and that get another +1 essence that way as well, if we have to. I do want to get the potential. Look, I think I'll still go this way. With Mage, I wouldn't mind getting the summons, the +1 level for summons. But we also have this is +25 experience. Maybe we'll start there. Just grab that one initially. Splintered Staff, this is a crafting ingredient. So we can equip this. What does that one do? +15 dodge. Yep, we'll equip that. Actually, it's not a crafting equipment. Yeah, we just did do that one. How many of those did we pick up? Must have picked up one from each one of the actual guys. Let's have a look and see what we've got. You've only got the one there. And there's 2 more back there for when we find other units that could make use of the dodge. Well, we can actually go straight back into the into our guys. And they've just got the club. But I can actually go and add these things to it just to give it a bit more power. So I can equip these with the... like even the dual axe, that's 10 attack. I don't actually have a shield, so we'll give you the axes. So I can actually make the militia party a little bit better as well. And again, we can then see the actual axes that they're now wielding. Alright, what do we got? That one's leveled up. This one here is going to wander past this. I should just double check and make sure that there's nothing else that we need to... Oh, hang on. See how there's a Shadow Walk party there? I don't want to go right next to it because it could just wander down. So I just, like, by not going all the way up, I was a bit risky before, just moving straight up into the locations. The only location I can really move into is this one here. So that could block us off. Now this is strong. This is too strong for either of our armies. So I'm going to move over to this way. Yeah, okay. Now I can get past. So that's weak, but this is strong. Then there's an Ice Warg army which is strong back over there as well. That one's weak. Still got one more move, which I can move across to here. Good, they're past. Use escape scroll. This is the, there's another city location there. This is a very, very good little area. I need to build up a bigger army though. Alright, so I'll just go back in. Now the bears, the bear cub's not going to be a problem, but they do actually have maul. And so they will be able to maul us, so we'll just go into battle. So we want high dodge, which we now have from from what we had there. So our dodge ability is now 15. And so with the actual bear itself, if I double click this one here, The skills it's got is Maul. So this unit continues to attack until it misses. Each attack has a cumulative minus 15% to accuracy. So the accuracy comes straight off the... so accuracy is 67. That's the 2 hit, essentially. And then the it's going to then be working against our dodge ability. So we're going to have... That's where it's going to be sort of taking place. So I feel fairly confident. Just pass. It enhances us as well. If we hover over it, we then just get a bit more protection. This one's got high dodge as well. That one's got a... it says a dodge of 0 actually. I thought it had better dodge than that. We'll just pass that one. Move that one across as well. And pass. Yeah, this one becomes the weaker element. And because we don't have dodge here, it makes these hits easier until the accuracy is super low. There we go. It's been killed off. A blessed hammer. 15 attack. I won't use it for now, but that is quite nice. Again, we found a nice little area up in here with a lot of production. That's another dragon statue. Again, I don't want these things. Now, this Prowler army is weak. So I think we'll just clear up all of this stuff, just so we don't end up with too many wandering stacks in around this city initially. Really trying to think ahead now of how we have to try to protect this. If I just press tab... This group's now got 3 more moves. If you're needing to sort of look for wandering stacks, if you move back out, something like when you do actually have exposure to things, you can sort of see what's going on. But that's like I am worried about what's going to be spawning from over here, the Great Wolf Den. That is going to keep on, spawning out the powerful groups. We can get rid of that one. There's another clay pit. Message from the Prowler. Here we go. We've just got another a weak darkling, like a lurking army. There's the spawner there, the darkling camp. So they've just spawned in. Now this is great. At this location, eventually we'll get this as well. The wild grain and the clay pit makes that a 4-4-3. So I'm going to, just with that one there, we'll settle. Awesome. And we have a little bit of mana, but not a hell of a lot that we can do. But this is going to give me 3, when I go back into meditation, I now have, I'll cast a spell, and that's going to give me 3 more mana. So we're now getting 5 mana per turn. What else do we have access to? We've got Merchant's Blessing and Scholar's Sanctum. I'll grab that as well now. And that's about all I can really do at this stage. So we're now going to be going through the trading a little bit better. I've only got 13 mana, but we're going to now be picking up a lot more mana per turn from this particular city. Construction at the city will now every city I get, I don't want to have too many cities, like maybe 4 or 5. I'm going to be able to do it actually, which is awesome in this game. We're going to get them fairly early as well, probably too early almost. Go back to this location. When we choose our leader, we can always see what we can ultimately settle into. When I don't have it selected, I don't get to see it. There's potential to see what's back over here as well. This one we do have that sort of difficult spawn. Anyway, let's go and kill this off, this Prowler's army. So we'll go and do this one. The Prowlers we looked at yesterday. So they're still relatively strong. That dodge is going to be super helpful. Oh, nice. Let's get rid of that cat. One's down. There we go. The dodge, because we've decked these guys out with that dodge ability. Which works in well. So we've picked up Tilda herbs. These are also super useful as well. So there's a lot more of these in the game just for the balance of it. So these can be just used for basic healing, but they're also as a crafting item. Really are super valuable. So so the more of those we end up getting, the better. Prowlers drag something into their den. Picked up a little bit more gold. Our fame is up to 9 now. And we've got the Champions Club, a thick club made of enchanted ironwood. These clubs are favoured in the wildlands where frequent troll and ogre attacks threaten border settlements. So we can equip this. This is 9 attack but -4 initiative. It's got a +6 attack. Bash has a chance to bring them down to their feet. I'll click on OK at the moment. Now again, this dragon statue, I don't want the dragon wandering around. So we'll get rid of this. Oh, hang on. This dragon statue here, formed of smooth brown stone. Okay, but it just means we have to go and collect other things, which I'm not sure where we would do that. No, I'm not seeing anything else just yet. I would settle a mana point without a doubt too. Yes, no, it's we've got some very good locations here. I am concerned about this. We're going to need a much stronger army, but look, it's very early. It's only season 25, and we're still just manoeuvring at this point in time. Another pioneer now. I'm tempted to still just go and grab this one. Even though we've got, well, there's nothing great up there. Nothing fantastic. This one really was exceptional, and will be as we extend in as well. Let's go to tab. So in this one, I will actually just go and get so we can get the clay pit. Wild wargs over there. We won't get to use those for quite some time. Now, we have a few different things available to us. The monument, zone of control of +1. I think that this is probably the location that we're going to be wanting as our main city, to be honest. Ultimately. It's got pretty high unrest, unfortunately, but that's just what we're going to have. Yeah, these are all costing me a little bit too much. Produce wealth, yeah, that's okay. Gosh, I am thinking the Tower of Dominion here. This is we only get one of these per civilization. This would then allow the city to just keep on building and building and building. This is really going to be the city. So let's go and build it. It just there's too many good things around this one. So we just need to keep on sort of grabbing them. Okay. So what have we got here? Tab. I found an item. A guiding spear. Yeah, that's. I won't grab it, but that's is okay as well. Now this one is 91. We're actually technically about as strong as them. It's not terrible. This is the wandering stack. So we'll just clean these out as well. So we're now seeing the actual groups. just get so we can get this guy soon. There we are. That's good. Done. And there's still that big wandering stack around here somewhere. Now, we don't know what's over here, but there's another group, there's another area back over there as well. If I grab this city here, eventually they will all connect. Now the other thing I can do, well I can how many more, I've still got a heap of stacks, I can still put 4 more stacks in here. Our gold is sort of slowly building up a little bit, but it's not a hell of a lot. Taxes are just on normal at this stage. I'm not going to make them any higher than that. I think we just go and do this one here. Now we go back to the buildings. I'll extend towards the north. And it will build a city there. Now I probably don't want any more cities in the short term. And look, in this case, I'm just going to go and grab Scholar's Sanctum when I can do it. It's 28 at the moment. Let's just get the meditation. Just cast a spell, so at least we can get a little bit more mana coming through. We've just got to remember to change that. We also need to, we've got another slot in here as well that we can make use of. Got to really think about what I do with this city in here as well. Like I think I'm good. I think I'll make this just into a town, you know, and we'll just do what we can with getting bits and pieces back at this other side. We just need one more fame, and then we're going to get the champion choice. So we can sort of then make some interesting choices there as well as we sort of come back through. That metal we definitely want as well. Okay, so we'll go to battle. No real damage. Good. I'll just press spacebar just to end the turn there. There we go. Now she's gone up another level. I think getting the first aid will be useful. Just trying to think of what I need now for the other bits. I will actually just go first aid, just so she can sort of be as much a support as anything when we actually go into combat. So this one here is plus 50 experience. We'll use that. There we go. And we did pick up the fame that we needed to go and pick up another hero. So who do we have? We have a water apprentice back in through here. Produce 1+ research in the Enchanted City. So it's inspiration. You know, scholars do too. I don't know why that would be something you'd want to do, to be honest. That's sort of that doesn't make sense. Like that whole spell. Like you've got maybe it's, yeah, I don't know what the other one is. Maybe we have access to something different there. This one here we've got this is Crack's Blood. So +8 defense when under 50%. Okay, then we've got the Law Master back in through here as well. Cracks is just human. So +1 research, +1, this one, +1 research per turn when stationed in a city. That's pretty damn good, actually. And this one over here, no spells. This one's also cracks, +1 Gildar, and then Tinker. This unit can equip an additional. I think this one here with the research. So we'll go with you. And we choose another trait in here. So I can build another essence slot. Like as we are building these cities, where it's chewing up essence slots that we actually have. Flame Dart there, which could be useful. Back to mages. Well, we could start to sort of move down towards necromancy. I mean, we've got extra summoning abilities anyway. I might as well do this. We're going to have a lot of mana. So we'll summon that one in. Now if she adds to the cities, I think I might just position her inside a city. I mean, we could send her in with the group, and that one's only medium. That Lurk, what does Lurk have? Immune to poison, vulnerable to lightning, counterattack, tough, second wind, heals 14 hit points for 7 stamina, and macabre pleasure. So killing an enemy provides 3 stamina. He's not fantastic. His defense is 8, which is fairly high. Initiative is only 18, which is not that great. 4 moves is fairly up there. 11 attack, so he does a base of 11. No dodge. I think we could take him. Yeah, let's get this one leveled up a bit, and then we'll sort of move it into the group and just sort of start to sort of pick things up a little bit here. Now we've got one city that needs to be then looked at again. And we will need to come out and clear these up as well. There's another lurk there, so at least we'll sort of be able to figure out the best way of attacking these. So go back into build, and again I just think that the monuments will ultimately be fairly good for us, but the clerics just getting rid of the unrest, and I'll start to stretch back towards the city. What if your deed spreads far and wide? New suitors now step forward to your dynasty. So we don't have enough money. Oh, we do actually. We've got just enough, I think. So if we have a look at marriage, who do we have? So this is this is going to be the spouse, and we have this one's an Ioneer. So this one's a kingdom. Earth apprentice, administrator, resourceful, +1 materials when stationed in a city. That's very good. Now we need 18, a fame for that one there. Kalen, we only need 12. This is Mansa Blood. Fire Apprentice, Intelligent, Law Master, so +1 research. And Hero is Mansa Blood as well. So Master of Arms, these are going to be, these will then be passed on to children. Ambitious, he's not as good. I like Auric actually. Auric's pretty good. These are all just common. The candidates, I mean, really exceptional, but it's not too bad. We can craft 3 things now as well. The Fireball Scroll we can craft with stuff that we've picked up. Aspect of Fire, Strange Stone that adds +1 fire damage to a weapon. I'll keep on saving up the mana for now. And the aspects of lightning. I'll click on done. So they're all done. All right, let's see how we go against this unit. Now we've got another weak group down that way. So yeah, we should be okay here. We'll just go to battle. She's got 47 hit points. What spells do we have? We do have Burning Hands. 7 mana. You've already got the Shadow Walk, so we can't do much there. We'll just go and pass. That one can take the hit. Let's go for the Warg. That wasn't too bad. Unfortunately, it dodged. Now, she has got slow. So target enemy unit suffers -5 to initiative unless they resist. Now, this one here, if we double click on it, wasn't immune to spells. It was immune to poison. And the spell resistance is low. So it's at the moment, it's getting a turn. It's not that often because it does have low initiative anyway. So I get like she gets a shot. Then we have all these other guys get a shot. Doesn't get a shot till way up in here. So I think it'll be dead by then. It does have a counter attack. I forgot about that. But he's not all that powerful. Critical hit. That's good. There we go. Well, that wasn't too bad. Soldier's gloves. We can equip these. Gives us better accuracy, which I'm happy with. Yeah, we've got a little way to go here with this. It's only 31 turns in. So we'll come back and clean this one out. Okay, we've found Gildan. Now they'll be probably wandering in from this angle, I would guess. Maybe across here. I don't think they'll be up the top. Now we've got 58, which means I can now go and grab another. We've already got one there where we're sort of getting the extra research. Let's go and do this one. Inspiration. Oh, here we go. +1 research in the Enchanted City, or Scholar's Sanctum. +2 research in the city. Why wouldn't you do this one? I guess you can. If you've got an extra slot, you could do that one, which we do actually. So cast a spell here. Just doesn't seem like a really big deal. Research per turn 4.3 in the cities. Hang on, is that different again? Like if we have a look at the research, Unrest is taking a slice of that. So I won't get any more cities just yet. Now Gildan is worth 14. They're neutral to us at the start, but they're going to hate us soon enough. Okay, so we'll let's press tab. So we'll kill this one off as well. This one's initiative seems to be a bit higher. Yeah, it is. I think the other one was 12, I think. Maybe wrong about that. That was good. Here we are. That was simple. Now she's leveled up, which is good. Now, with what she does, she's actually an ideal mage as well. To be honest, the commander, you get -15% to unrest in the city. Now, we're going to have this one stationed in the city. I think that that's worthwhile. Because that's what she's going to ultimately do. And that's going to make this, like putting her in a city with a commander skill is going to be, it's going to be more useful than anything, I think. So even though she's not a military person, there we go, that's skilled in there. A weak scout party, but they're still rated higher than what we are. Now we can see what's going on here. If we go to the kingdom reports, why are they better? Go to kingdom relations. Now they're neutral, and we can see there that that's going to drop pretty quickly. Lord Markin, we can see there he's down to 5 hit points at the moment, so his group that he's with is struggling a little bit. Hi Chris, he's saying I've got to go, we've got a Zoom call, I'll see you later. So Big Bad Russian saying they got rid of the overpowered whale in Dark Magic. They did something with that. I saw that one listed somewhere. I think it's still there, but I think it's changed. I think it's there still somewhere, but I forget how you get it. I think it's in the information about the release. Anyway, so he's not really a problem. He's level 5, population 138. We can see a lot of detail about him from in here, so he's not really a problem. And we can see who else there is. I mean, we knew that it was Paradin, Umber, and Altair. Umber is going to be the one that will be friendly to us. It's been cleared, and we've got a curse scroll. I think we might grab ourselves another militia. We're not making much money though. The unit wages we'll have to then pay more for that, but having 2 militia I think would be useful. It would add a lot. If we go back to buildings, the training yard is going to give extra accuracy. The forge is going to give extra defense. So I might queue that one up. So we've got it queued up there, and then we'll once we get those things built, we'll then start to build up the other groups. I should be able to take this one on. It's just that the armor is just so powerful. I just don't trust that my group can actually get rid of those. Now Timbrate, if we have a look at the details, we've only got 2 protection there. That one we've got 3 and 1, so that one's actually pretty good. This one will only have 2 at this early stage as well. As we build them up, they'll get better and better. Okay, so just press tab. This one's still got 2 more moves. Desecrated Cemetery. Might go and see where Gildan came from. Okay, we've now got trading. This is going to then give us the road between our cities. Open research. Mining, we really haven't found anything that's worthy of the smelter yet. So we'll go back to warfare now. We can get leather working in 7, so we'll go and do that one. So our research, we're going to rocket through the research. Like, we're doing incredibly well here. And that's going to allow us to get some big advantages. This is medium as well. Now, why are they medium? They've got Darkling Warrior, then they've got a Shaman. That's going to then cause us issues. You look at the details of the Shaman. Spell resistance. Okay, so we can make units blind. It's got a Shadow Bolt. What level is he? He's only level 2, so now's the time to get him. Can shrink units. So attacks their halves, but adds to their dodge. He's weak. He's also got dodge, and so you can summon a Darkling as well, which won't. Yeah, so this is something we can deal with this. So we don't really have to worry about him too much. So let's go for it. And again, this is a nice little area down in here. So it's medium versus medium, but it's going to all come down to the shaman. So we will be wanting to find the shaman as quickly as possible. There's a warrior, darkling. That's the shaman right there. Now, I won't be able to block it in, so I might as well just go for as much damage as we can. Oh, nearly. Nice, we got rid of him straight away. He's typically quite strong, but not at the moment. Good. Done. And more splintered staves, which we don't need. We only equip one of them. Got a lower land scroll. Plus 15 research. So leatherworking is now going to be just 3 seasons away. A ghoul army, which is also weak, and there's a wandering ghoul there. So there's a life shard. This little area in here would be good for an outpost. Got a fair few of these, but this one really shouldn't be a problem for us. We did have 2 shots there. That's enough. I can't then move again. This one does get 2 shots before they have a turn. Oh, no, it was different. Oh, yeah, no, she does have another shot. Nice, that's good. Shadow Warg's fairly weak in terms of armor, but does hit hard. If we can just sort of protect it, it's going to be useful. Burning Hands. 3 adjacent enemies are blasted with heat, taking 5 fire damage. It's 7 mana. We've got heaps of mana. Oops, hang on. Left click. There we go. They're susceptible to that as well. Just leave that one back there. So I'll leave that one out for now. Let this one finish it off. Done. Alright, that's good. Now, she's gone up another level. What I really want is administration. So you get even less unrest in the city, because that's where she's going to end up. She's going to end up in the city. So choose administration. Now she can equip. I'm just going to click on OK. We're finding more and more of these. She might as well have one. Just go to her equipment and we'll give her one of those. We also have all these other weapons. She's just using a dagger at the moment. That one possibly is better for us. Got the Champions Club, the Blessed Hammer and the Guiding Spear. Let's give that to her. And then we'll just go back across to our hero. This one's got 8 attacks, but if I go and ditch that and then go and put the dagger in, this gives me 6 attacks versus champion. That one's value 6, this one's value 10. I think I'll still just go that way. I think that ultimately that's going to be nice, just getting the extra initiative. It's going to give us even more turns. The Blood Cuirass, this is +2 defense and spell resistance as well. So we'll equip that. She's now wearing that. Oops, hang on. So they're all in there. This wandering army. Only 3 damage. We may need to tweak that a bit more. With the extra initiative, she's not doing the damage. Yeah, I will split things out a little bit here, I think. Get something a bit different. Yeah, she doesn't have the hitting power with that dagger. More splintered staffs. We're finding a lot of them. Another abandoned village. Now, let's go back to her equipment. So we'll actually throw in, I think I'll put the Blessed Hammer in. Let's go that way. Just going to give her more hitting power, but less initiative. There's more iron ore. I'm going to definitely be needing that as well. There's a lot of good stuff in here. We can't settle, but I can build an outpost. 9 turns for the forge to come, which is good. So now, a lone survivor is cowed in a boarded house. She explains that raiders dragged the village into a nearby cave system and begs for their rescue. So swear to uncover the village's fate. So admit you cannot help today. Well, we'll definitely do these little missions. Awful monsters are reported now. That's unfortunately right inside that back where the city was. We're not going to get there easily, to be honest. Oh, we've got roads now. So yeah, roads are going to help. They will help. Got a wildling army there. I'll just auto this one. This one should be easy. More Tilda herbs. Okay, we've now got leather working. This is good. So we'll open up the research. Now, weaponry we can get in just 15. This is going to give me much better weaponry, like dual axes. I can then get the axemen, the dual axe wielders. These are different units we can then start to build up. Drills back in there again, we don't really need. If I go back to civilization, cooperation is a great one for us to get the groups up. And we are making money now a little bit, which is good. Administration. It's going to give us the town hall. Mining we are going to need to get. It's only 11, but I think we'll go back to warfare or even magic. Shard harvesting we're going to need. I'll get that, it's only 2 away, so we'll throw that one in the mix. We learnt the recipe for leather armor, so this means we can actually go and build leather. Now, we haven't really finished off that many leather producing enemies at this point in time, but we might have a bit of a look and see if there is, if we can make any. Leather cuirass. Yeah, we've got enough. We've found enough flawless iron, but we haven't found any wolf pelts. So the wolf pelts are what we need to build up the leather army, and that would be useful if we could find them. Now we know where one group is, but they're just too big and powerful. Found an item. Here we go. We did find the leather cuirass. I'm not going to equip that, but we've now got another champion. This is good. So now we're up to 25. Okay, this is actually excellent. This one here, we've got no. This is Yavin. He's just got farming knowledge. +1 grain when stationed in a city. That's going to get growth. But he's pretty useless. This one here, Vila, has got air and water and is Quenda. Look, I'll get her, I think. She's not fantastic. What is she, just level 1? But she's a vassal for other things to happen with. So we'll still sort of head that way. Now we've got this one is a medium sand golem army. Look at the details of these guys. Immune to poison, immune to criticals, inaccurate, tough, crushing blow, and exhaust. Yep, so you struck after these stamina. That's actually okay. We haven't really been using the stamina much. Now this here, if we can get hold of that as well, this is another good one for us because we can recruit. It looks like we have to get rid of it, but underneath that is a ogre lair where we could build an ogre camp and get ogres for our own army. And that's something that playing as a trogs is a good thing for us to do. I'm pretty sure that this one we can certainly take on. Are we now strong yet? No, we're still medium. A lot more. I might avoid that just for now. I'll just resolve this one. Okay, that's good. Earth shards there. Some good stuff in here. Very, very good stuff. Lost library as well. Alright, this city here is now finished off with what it was building. And we'll just go back into build. I'll grab the merchant at this stage just to pick up more health. Now I've got shard harvesting, so we can start to sort of get these. We'll just open up the research. The charms will ultimately be good for us, but not just yet. Weaponry is only 15 away. I think I'll grab that now. The city should be... it's going up at +2. I need more armies. That's another +15 research, so weaponry is now going to be a lot closer. 12 away. School army. Just auto-resolve this one. Okay, so Vila can now level up with her path. Now, she really had nothing. So, what should we make her? She really had absolutely nothing. She was pretty useless. I might make her an assassin. And actually I forgot to equip her with something, so we'll just go and do that. So with her equipment, finding a lot of these areas. Now she does have a shield. She's got a wooden shield plus a rusty short sword, we can equip a shield. I think I might take it. Now this is 2 defense. These guys here have got 0 defense. I can pop those in. I can also change these around as well. I've got the dual axes. These are two-handed. But I now have the rusty short sword, so I could actually use that instead of this. Or the daggers, but yeah, the champion club. I could give them the champion club, which will slow them down a bit, and give them the shield as well, but I think I'll keep the shield for myself. Although that I could use this then to make them defenders. So plus 15 defense when defending. You know, I might throw that in. That then gets rid of the axes. But we can use the champion clubs and make them into quite powerful units, but they're just going to be a bit slower. So they like, this is where militia are actually not bad at the start of the game. They really aren't bad at all. Now I've got a Darkling Cloak, plus 5 dodge, allows a unit to cast blindness. Okay, well what I will do is I'll just go and click on OK. But I might make Vila, so we'll just go back to her equipment and allow her to wear this. So she'll now wear the cloak. With her in the background casting spells and things, even though she's an assassin, that would be useful. Ghoul army, which is also weak. Message from the ghoul. Okay, that's not really a problem. Alright, that's good. Equipment cache down there. I've got a bandit army down this way as well. I think I don't want to be heading too far away, but I'll go and grab that. Just pick up the different loot that we find. We're getting in towards the middle of the map now, which is fine. Got a couple more suitors have now appeared as well. Now 29. This is enough for us to go and get somebody else. So we have Marcus, who is uncommon, Ioneer, Earth Apprentice, Administrator, Law Master. That's going to give us +1 research. +1 research when stationed in a city as well. Resourceful. +1 materials. This is very good. Now we only need 17 there. So he is good. Hero is now coming as well. This one here is going to, it means that the children that they have are going to be much more geared towards sitting inside cities. The others, though, +1 materialism station in a city, mighty, +2 attack, master of arms. I'm thinking that this is still much more useful to us overall. So let's propose here. I don't think the others have got anything close to that. Dodge, nimble, that was good. This one's Wraith. Wraith blood. Heaps of dodge, initiative. So this would be good for combat. I think we'll go Marcus. So it's going to cost me 1 more essence. So now they'll start to have kids, and he'll now be on the map. Where is he? I think he starts off here. There he is. So he's in this city, and so he's now sort of pushing, again, the research, and we'll also be reducing the unrest. And at the moment, this is probably where we do want to have the unrest going down. The unrest is 15. So Marcus is reducing this by 10. If I can get the other hero back into the other city, we're going to be able to reduce that as well a lot. So I might start to move back up into that location with everyone. And there's some good locations down here. That's done. What else do we have in through here? No construction. Grab the monument. Uh-oh. Now, this one is now leveled up. I want this one just to be a town. So we've got to hope that this doesn't attack this. We're screwed if they do. You've only got 2 protection. We're not going to get back in time. But 196. The forge, if I rush the forge, it's going to be 70. It's not worth it. I just don't want to lose this city. I've really got no way to protect it. That's why I like to clear out the areas around it. Even having said that, even this one's now got problems. Wow, we're in trouble here, guys. We're in trouble. We need to get back up. We need to get back home. Just thinking any second now one of these is going to... Oh, they've moved away, thank God. I need to get better protection in those cities. Feral slaves. Look, I'm not even going to worry about them, to be honest. I'm just going to try to get back home as quick as we can. That's one thing I could do, would be to move, would be to separate the, oh, hang on, I will take this while we're here. Whetstone. We'll equip that as well. This is a big problem. Now, Gila. We're still 3 seasons away from the weaponry, but let's just go and train up a militia. See, it's skirting around. It just has to wander in randomly, and that's all that's going to happen. And these as well. This Prowler army, I really can't cope with that. Now, she's got 1 more movement. Not so much now, but if we start off... I can split her off, I think. Thought there was a way for me to split off a unit, but before the turn, because she'll inherit the three moves, but she actually has 4. Shadow Warg? What's the Shadow? The Shadow Warg's only got 3. 3. She's 4. Ultimately, when we have a look at her, base value of 4. Base value of 3. 3. 3 and 3. So yeah, she's the only one that can really sort of rattle ahead. Just to be in the city if they do stumble in there. Well, we better train up another militia here, I guess. Having said that, this is just not the city to do it. Yeah, I made that into a town. That was okay. That was okay. It's funny, I thought it was this other city that we had done that with. ultimately this will end up generating a lot of gold for us. Now, can I summon anything in? If I go and have a look at what she can do. We've got a lot of stuff we can actually do. I've already got this. I've actually got a familiar that I can summon. Open the spell book. Yeah, I should have done this earlier. That's the familiar there. Yep, we can't do anything else there. Ooh, I've really got to get up here. Gross, the guard. I'm surprised that they were able to come in this close. There must have been something else that spawned in. I don't worry about these attacking me. It's this group in here. Monument. So what I will do is I'll get this instead. Build the clay pit. Oh god, they're just hanging around, hanging around. I could cheat and kill them off. They've wandered away. This is the danger. Weapon research. Okay, we've got weaponry now. Let's go back to civilization. Cooperation we can get in 18. I've got the money to deal with that too. I'm going to go mining because I will need this. I've learned a few recipes, and there's the other militia party. Let's keep these going along the road. These aren't going to be enough to help it. Yeah, I should be able to make it in there. Now, oh no, I won't. I can only make it to there. So again, just have to hope that they don't come in this turn. If we go to the equipment that they've got, let's give them that, so they can dodge a little bit when they do come into this fight. Actually, I think the rusty short sword is going to be better for them. So we'll just go that way. Now with the other militia, I can keep on just flipping things around. If I just move into the city, I can then start to move things out. So let's move where are you? So she can get up there on her own. She'll get there in one turn. The others won't quite make it. Let's move that off. Just give that to them. And actually with the leather armor as well. Let's get these guys decked out. Now I just got to hope that they don't attack this turn. I'll be so pissed off if they do. So Marcus stays there, everyone else moves off. Oh, they're stuck, they can't move off. Construction in the city. Well, we get one turn where we can build fairly quickly. Now we're still making a little bit of money. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. What was it? I didn't even know what I got. Bell tower. It's like I do need it at some point. I just didn't need it there. I wanted it up there. Anyway, we've made it to the next turn. They've actually moved away, thank God. Well, we need to deal with these. She can make it in one go. Alright, we're safe. I am going to switch. Now I've got a wandering stack in through here. I'm going to switch over. That's still not enough to take this on. Dangerous. This is really dangerous. No, I need to deal with what we've got. So we'll bring the Shadow Warg up. The Militia Party. I'll bring all of them up. Actually, when we have a group, they're all in there now. I may not be able to use all of them. That Militia Party, I wonder if that would be enough to help out. Probably not really. These have got incredible armor. Like astoundingly good. So trying to cope with this now. I keep Marcus back in here. Let's just move them all up to here for now. Only got as far as there. But this is now enough to protect the city. Okay, so this city, no construction. I won't train anything else up in here just yet. Go back to build. That's inside our territory. Which now we do have to get rid of these. Getting close for these to connect up. Why can't I connect to that? There we go. Alright, so Vess has now gone up again. So what we want to do here is really just focus on what she can do. Exhaust, we don't want that. So back in through here, this is going to be minus 15 unrest in the city that this unit is in. We can also get +1 Gildar per season. That may be better. +1 research. Research I think we've got covered. The unrest, I think we'll ultimately be okay with unrest. Let's get Gildar, because that's actually just straight on top. Trade proposal. They're pretty happy at the moment. We're actually now hit their lead. Going to trade treaty with you. Yeah, I agree. That'll give us a road through the middle. Now this one here, another town I think. I mean, if we can just get rid of the threats, the town is going to then generate resources for us. And this one is super close now. Look, if I lose this city, it's not like losing this city up in here. I'm pretty sure this is the... if we actually do go out, I think that's the full army that we end up having. Let's just go and quickly save this. And got that one there. Yeah, by Crystal Crag. Yep, so that's actually something we can build on if we needed to. But we've now got all of these different units, and I will have to come back in with everyone. So we'll smash this, the Prowler's army. So we'll grab you guys, you, and you, and you. So we're now strong. That's the familiar. I can always summon another one of those in if we have to. Now this is our main leader. Oh, nearly. Now Vela. Got haste, which we could use. Slow. Blindness. We don't need any of these really. Critical, that's good. I might as well keep this one alive, so I'll just move this one back up. Pass. It's militia, all decked out with their nice new shiny stuff. Nice. Good attack. Now we've got the special club with this militia. Bash. These have got good protection. There we are. Now a few level ups there, which is good. So she's now gone up another level. Let's go and get Necromancy. So we can finally get Necromancy. The Assassin. Now we've got initiative, healer. Potential. If we go back to Assassin, take aim. Dodge ultimately would be good for her. She'll ultimately end up with her own army. I think I'll go. Actually, I might just get potential, just so she can level up a bit. More Tilda herbs. Now, where'd that other little group go? There they are. Well, I'm going to go down and do this captured village. So let's go and split off the stacks now. We'll get a protection unit back in the other one. Took a bit of damage in through here. So I'll take... I don't even need to take her with me. So let's actually go and split this up now. What's the unrest like in here? 36. We'll keep Vess here now. So she's now the governess of this city. We do have other spells we can make use of. I'll start to get the Merchant's Blessing, I think. Oh, hang on. Produces +2 Gilda per Radiance. Definitely get that one. It's going to give me a big boost to my money, which means I can now build an even bigger army. So she's in there now with just the... So it's just her plus the others. So that's where we wanted to end up leaving her anyway. These guys are a bit injured, but we're going to be able to still smash these out. This is no longer a threat. I think we have to clear out the threats before we do anything else. Let's get Cyrene off on her own. Get these guys following in. They can still end up on top of where she is, but I do want to race down into this city. I don't think it's going to be enough, though, to be honest. So I'll keep them all together. Damn it! Damn it! 2 turns away. Oh, boy. One of the bad things about this as well, even worse, I mean, which adds to the pain, is that it sort of like it salts the earth underneath where the city was, and I wish that they would change that. It's something that I really This really does annoy me, that you can't actually rebuild over the top of the same city. It's not so bad if you could actually just go back in and have what you had there. Settlement of Timbrate is under attack. And we have no hope in... Oh, we've got 4 of them now. God, I should have moved someone else down in there. The attack is heaps more. We just don't have any defense. Their attack is weak. Let's see how we go. Now we do have a few different things we can do here. We've got Berserk. Got the growth potions. Target sets plus 50 attack and halves dodge. Their dodge is 0 anyway. It's a growth potion. I think we just to try to hold on here, we're gonna have to do that. I think. Oh, this is actually something as well that we've got. We do actually. This is actually the perfect city for this to happen, because we're going to end up with like they're going to come down. It's this choke points basically. So one side I'm going to end up with 2, the other side with just 1. So I'll move this one across. They will be able to sort of smash their way out. Let's just move into here and take the growth potion. So they've now become bigger. So I can't make use of that. I don't think I can use that. It would be interesting if I could. There's no defense for 3 turns unless they resist. Let's see how we go. We also have, we can also sort of heal things up a little bit. Let's just go and pass there. Now they're actually, what do they got? They're actually using warhammers, but there's no retaliation. Yeah, maybe that will actually get through. Okay, that's good. They're all just going down one side. It's a good start. Not much, but we can now gang up. Okay, that's 1 down. Okay, that's a good start here. Let's keep this one where it is. Only 1. Now, if I move up to there, they can get me. They can get 2 shots versus my 1. So I'm just going to stay where I am with that group, but I'm just going to move this one back. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, they're not able to do much at here. This is. Oh God! Why was I so worried? Why was I so worried? We're not doing big numbers, but it's because of their armor. Their armor is 49. But overall, we can eventually sort of smash them down. Now, we do actually have Crushing Blow, which launches a 34 attack, normal attack +1 per stamina. So let's go and do this. Only 2. Again, I've got this as well. I'll just keep on trying it. Yeah, it's not really worth it. Okay, in that case, just their armor is too much. And this one we do need to move back away from this guy. Ooh, and that's bashed it to the ground. That gives me an advantage, so I'm going to finish that one off. All right, they can't maneuver at all, like they can't avoid the attack. So you can see I've only got a 61% chance here. I'm going to do between 0 and 1 times 3 damage in here. I can still use the crushing blow. It's probably going to ultimately be better than, oh, it's about the same really. God, I was so panicky. I really thought, oh my God, what am I going to do? Well, we'll use our giant to come through. I didn't even need to give him the giant potion. Anyway, that's fine. We got there in the end. I mean, we haven't done it yet, but we're close. There we are. That one's down. We'll just move back down again. This is a perfect map for doing these sorts of kiting exercises. I really can't believe I was so panicky. Yeah, it's a thing of saying, well, Control K was always an option. Not for what way I want to play the game. It is for when I think the game is unfair. I think Prowlers and these guys are not unfair because they were there from the start, and they also weren't. They're not overpowered, as you can see actually. There we are. Well, geez, we hardly put up a sweat there. Took 6 points of damage. Tool herbs are highly valued for their medicinal uses. Okay, so we picked up a lot of them, which is useful. Well, now the Prowlers, they're back again. And they're not going to be able to do any better. So, happy days. That means I can use this army to finish off this quest. New technology, so we've now got mining. We'll open up research. We're getting through this nice and fast. I'm going to get cooperation because I've got good money now, so I can afford to deck out my guys. Okay, Timbricate is now under attack. Hey, we know what to do here. It may be a different layout though. I wish we'd just keep the same layout. Remember the layouts for the actual cities. Just go to battle. Yeah, see, this is none's open. This is very, very different. So suddenly we have a problem. And I'm going to use, I do actually have tilde herbs. I'm going to move, they can't break through. I'm just going to move this one back down to the bottom here. They can move around the other side, I guess. So just get a little bit extra there. Good. Better initiative than us. Only 6. Yeah, so just the city, the layout of the city is actually the thing that's actually screwed us over here. Took a lot more damage. Now they've all leveled up, which is good as well. So that's working for us. That's and again, if we just scroll back out, is there any more like that? We know that that's just a strong army, but we'll be able to deal with that with our group. Nothing else we're seeing in our territory when we go back out to the cloth map view. Oh, geez, again, time has really rattled away from me. Let's just get this, and then we'll call it quits for today. I think I'll play this again tomorrow. This has been, both days have been quite engaging, I find anyway. Like the first day was because we were locked in, had no chance at all of expansion. This one we've actually had too much expansion, and we've now had to manage the protection of that expansion, which again has been pretty cool. I've actually, again, both playthroughs, you know, yesterday's and today's, I've really thoroughly enjoyed. Just go and turn there. I'll just get this and just one more turn. So we've got a nearby clay pit is now ready as well. This is something we do want to be getting. So build, that will be for that. No, that's actually for this city. Okay. And they're contiguous. This one's not contiguous yet. That will grow, and we can start to sort of now push it to the south, I guess. It's only season 55, like it's early days. Early days. So we've got the this city here. Just keep on building different bits and pieces. So we've got the cleric again, just to get the unrest. Unrest is only 6% with her in there. Got research, we've got monument. The zone of control ultimately will be useful. The garden, the growth. Let's go and start to build that one as well. Just going to click on done. Okay, so we can. The tracks end in a cave where darkling raiders chant over their captives. So we'll storm the lair. Awful monsters. You lead the assault into the cavern. Blades raised for those imprisoned within. So it won't be too much of a drama. So what have we got through here? We've got a Darkling Warrior, which is just got crude spear. And we have a Darkling Warrior there. No Shaman or anything, just normal Darklings back that side as well. Now, I'll keep this one back out of the fight a little bit. Let's just move that one over. Definitely want to use Cyrenae back through. And also the 2 militia forces. Dodged. It's too weak. Dodges haven't been good. Wow, there we are. That's the way you do it. You know, I forgot to give the dodge ability to the other militia. Darklings. Oh no, I did give them to. They've got the 15 dodge there. It's a nice strong little stack we've got here, actually, for this stage of the game. we go. Critical hit. Now we should get another unit here. When the fight, you find and free the captive villagers. They thank you graciously, many of them offering to come with you to aid your fight against the darkness. What do we get? What do we get? Free the captives. Now, if these are mages, that will be awesome, because we don't get mages. So we'll just go and click on Done. So we've now come across Altar as well. So they're both on 13. We're on 21. Our power levels are good. Because I'm glad we managed to keep that. So if we have a look at the group now, freed captives, what are they? No, they're not mages. They're weak. Altarians. Oh, they don't do anything. What do they do? You can have daggers. Or we can give them dual axes. They're going to die. They're just an empty shell, really, that we can sort of slowly build up. Alright, we'll move them back out of there now. Whoops, not just them, but the whole lot. Alright, well guys, I'm going to have to leave it here, I think, and we'll need to get rid of this group. We are expanding well here with this city. This one here we're going to ultimately need to pick up. Like this is where we're going to be building our main armies from, so I'm going to have to really focus on that. This one here's got 25% unrest. Yeah, I think we just keep on building up the armies next turn, and then try to take out this spawn location here. Don't know how the prowlers got there. Be good to get another city back up in here as well. That would be useful, actually. There's those prowlers, another prowler army. So they're wandering in from somewhere else. The fire shard is very close now as well, plus all of these, plus we could have built something else over here. Look, I'll just go back into building in here. So I'll get the bell tower. I'll push it back out the other way. Just click on done. All right, well, I'll leave it there. I'll catch you guys tomorrow if you're around. Thank you, and I'll see you then.